Hey peeps, hey sages. We
Hello.
are back, you guys. We are back. We are talking Love During Lockup, season 1, episode 4. Listen, I really am getting into Love During Lockup. Love after lockup and it life after lockup, they bother me. But this Love During Lockup, I don't know if it's because they're new couples or not, but I am here for it. I am enjoying every second of Love During Lockup. What about you, Sage?
I'm enjoying it as well. And I swear, like every episode surprises me. Right when I feel like I can determine and guess what's going to happen next. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't.
I think it's because you have a little common sense. You never expect all this nut stuff, this crazy stuff to happen. I mean, we start out the episode with Indy and Harry, and take it away, Indigo. Take it away.
Girl, first of all, I'm going to say there was a little bit of hope in me that I was just like, this episode, I felt like I was going to see the mama talking to her and she getting some common sense and she was going to turn around. And, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. You got the brother, which is fine. He real cute. Got the brother, got a sister, everybody just going out, and her daughter, so sweet and cute. They going down there for real. And then they get to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I don't know what it was. It looked like it needed to be fumigated again. Because it looked like it was just fumigated. And the brother walked in and said, "What's that smell? I don't know what I'm smelling right now." And I said, "A smell?" Okay.
I need her to spend less time listening to her spiritual advisor and more time listening to her mama. Okay, so when the episode starts off, this girl is at her house packing up her U-Haul. I would like to know, did anybody notice when she was packing up that U-Haul, there was still a TV hanging up on the wall? So it seemed as if this might be a little fake and phony. I'm not sure, but
we can only hope.
Really surprised that her mom was not a little more forceful with her, because there is no way that I would have not told her, this makes no sense. You are almost 30 years old. You have 2 children, and you are packing up your home to move to Ohio, where you don't know anybody, you don't have a job there, and you don't have an apartment. And her mom says that she was going to wait till they got there, to tell her about what she found out about Harry. And then she says something about she's following her ancestors. I said, no, ma'am, your ancestors would not ask you to move to Ohio and move into the Bates Roach Motel. I mean,
girl,
like the old Eagles song, the Hotel California, that once they check in, they can't get out of there. I mean, that was disgusting. I would use my own money. I would use my own money so I can get the hell up out of here. I can't stay at this location. And then when her mom finally told her about all of Henry's charges, including the alleged kidnapping, she acted like he had just told her that he jaywalked.
Girl.
I said, oh God, this is disgusting, woman.
Girl. And then she had the nerve to say, well, is it domestic? If it ain't, then. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? And then doing all of that for some possible weekend passes and day passes. Weekend and day possible. She said possible and hopefully. You don't move off of possible and hopefully. I think we all need to write her a letter, put pen to paper.
It just doesn't make sense to me that this is a grown woman who is moving out of state, uprooting her entire life with no plan. And clearly it's not only that you don't have a plan, you don't have any money, because you're staying at this hotel. And then when they were in the car and Henry called and her mom flipped him the bird, I said, I get you, Yolanda. I feel you. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you, Yolanda should, if I was Yolanda, I would grab my grandbaby, and as soon as we unpack the U-Haul, I would just go to leave. you want to be here, you want to be with this foolishness, fine, but you can't have my granddaughter here be a part of this. No.
Yeah.
Did you
Now one
notice
thing,
I know that my son is like 19, but her daughter, she didn't look like she was in a car seat. Or was it a booster seat or something? Because her
look like
daughter looks
Booster.
like she's still tiny. I don't know what the rules are anymore, but I would think that she should have been in some sort of car seat or something.
I think at one point she was in a booster because I saw her sitting up and slumping over, but then I also saw her laying down. So I think we saw both not in and in.
Yeah, I said, I don't see a car seat, but maybe it's a booster seat and I just don't see it. But as long as she was protected, I just think she's a little small not to be in a car seat or a booster seat.
Girl, and I seen at one point I saw the previews of the next Love After Lockup, and they're on it. Did you see that? Indy's on it.
I thought I saw her on it and one of the others, but I couldn't remember who it was.
Okay.
And I was sad about it because I want her daughter to be free and back home with her mama.
That's so sad.
The fact that she just acted as if she didn't care about Harry's record. And then her mom said, well, maybe he's in a gang. And she said, oh, he was never in a gang. And I said, do you know how many people go to jail and they are not in a gang? But once they get to jail, they join a gang. Yeah. Sometimes for protection.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Sometimes they're forced to join gangs. Girl, just because he wasn't in a gang when he got there does not mean that he is not in a gang now.
What you know about jail gangs, Pia?
Girl, listen, I watch TV. I watched the Oz. I watched them. Shoot. I did see where they were in Canton, Ohio, which is about 2 hours from where I live, and I wouldn't want to move to Canton. I'm just saying.
Nowhere. And then they showed a little air conditioner. Oh my God, it was black. I don't even know what that was.
Girl, listen, I can't live my life like this. Girl. These people are way too daggone much. Listen, they move on to Gabby and Chris, and what did you think?
Okay. Bottle girl booty shorts. That's all I said, what is this? When they first showed it, that flat booted swinging, I said, what is this? Did I accidentally turn? I was like, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? What's going on? What's going on? And then she come out in them little tiny, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Okay. So after I got over the shock, because they shocked the mess out of me. They good for that. Find out that she's a liar. So not only I just thought she was delusional, but she also lies to someone. I thought, you know what? Let me tell you something about this show. I thought that all we had to worry about was the prisoners lying to the free civilians. Turns out that's not true. And she lying and got that voicemail, and I know I'm jumping around, forgive me. But what I really wish is that I'm glad that we were able to hear that voicemail. And again, you were right. Okay. I be hoping for these people. But I wish we would have heard the conversation that she apparently had with the other girl when she was telling the other girl that she was the wife. What do you feel about this?
I was actually shocked to find out that she's a bottle girl. I was not shocked to find out that she was not smart enough to use the $60,000 she got from Chris to make some sort of moves. The fact that she mentioned that she had spent all of the money and none of the money was left, I was a little ticked off by that. I said, because up until then, you had managed to twist the hustle. And you had managed to get money from the prisoner instead of the prisoner getting money from you. However, you made the mistake of blowing the money. First of all, you bought a BMW, which is very high maintenance when it comes to repairs.
Girl.
You didn't put any money in a savings account. You didn't overpay your rent. You didn't decide to start a little startup business or anything like that. And so now you're working at this bottle service, you know, working at the strip club as a bottle service girl and trying to hide it from Chris. Then on top of that, you're actually just one of a few. He's got this ex-girlfriend who turns out to be kind of cute. You know, they showed a picture of her and everything. And I also noticed that she wasn't.
And she know how to cuss
girlfriend. Yeah, she wasn't giving that ex-girlfriend of his the same energy that she gives her mama, the same energy she gave Chris's mama, the same energy she gave that attorney. I think that she is an absolute brat and she deserves whatever she gets. And listen, the next time that you want to use somebody's settlement money who got beat the hell up, make money moves. Don't just go out here buying a car and splurging and trying to buy a $30,000 dress. Girl, that makes 0 sense.
None. But, you know, now what I want to know is, why was his ex-girlfriend, if in fact it's an ex, why was her energy so strong? Because she was cussing him up, down, left, right, and cat-a-corner. I was like, what is this?
Is not an ex. She probably is absolutely not an ex. He has probably been giving her this whole I love you. You know, in the thing, he said that Gabby was not his fiance. He's not married to her. She's not his wife. And that's because he's been telling this other girl the same I love yous. The same thing that he is saying to Gabby, he's saying to this girl too, I guarantee it.
That was rough. Not for
me, because she deserved a little something.
She did. And you know what? I felt bad for her. She looked so deflated. I'm not laughing, Lord Jesus, forgive me. She looked deflated. I almost felt bad for her. I said, oh, you know, but like you said, she's getting that energy back. What you put out to get back.
I didn't feel bad about it at all.
I know you did.
All I thought about was her getting off the phone with Chris's mom and calling her a bitch.
I know.
You get what you give.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. We are going to move on to Haley and Dalton. And listen, Haley, girl, I can't. When she ended up meeting up with her good girlfriend, talking about it was a girls' night out or whatever, I said, oh, shoot, this reminds me of Nicole and Tia. You know what I mean? She's got her own little Tia. The only thing is this girl is a lot smarter than Tia. And her friend, she was giving her some advice. Like she was dropping some knowledge on this girl. It turns out that we find out that Dalton is controlling her from jail. I said, wait a minute. No man that has to ask another man to let him out of his cell so he can pee can tell me what to do. You can't even call me when you want to. And you're going to be in charge of me. You're going to tell me when I can go out and hang out with my friends? I don't think so. Especially when I go out every day cleaning people's homes so that I can buy a house for me and my son and put food on the table. No, sir. No, sir. You are in jail and this is a no damn go. I'm just saying that just truly pissed me off. And she says that she hadn't been out in 7 or 8 months because Dalton doesn't want her to go out and she should stay in the house. I said, oh, so you should be in jail too? You locked up? You know what? I'm not going to do time with you. I'm just not going to do time with you. And her friend asked her, she said, don't you think it would be better if you dated somebody else? And she tells her, clearly you are naive as hell. And I appreciate it when she said, what would you tell me if I told you the same thing? And she said, I would tell you to get away from him and move on with your life. And I said, well, why don't you take your own advice? But you know what? I can't get on her too bad because there has been multiple times where I have seen a really negative relationship with one of my friends. And I have said to them, get out of this relationship. But at the same time, I have been in something. And in my mind, I know that this is not okay. I know that I should have gotten out, but I stayed. And it took me a while to figure out that I'm just being just as dumb as Haley. So I get it. But right now, Haley needs to sit back and just think of her son. When they went out to the s'more thing, when she actually got up and walked away from her child, who she had just seen because he had been with her mom, to take a phone call from Dalton, I said, that is another sign of your immaturity and your priorities are all jacked up. This little boy should come first.
Yes. And he was at the table shaking his head
I noticed that. I wondered if you noticed it too. Yeah,
Girl,
he was shaking his head right along with his grandma.
Oh no. And first of all, let's back up on what you had said. That the controlling boyfriend from jail and had the nerve to hang up. Like he out here with us. Hanging up. Girl, okay. You got the nerve to hang up. You better okay. I thought they would cherish every second. He had the nerve to hang up on somebody from jail. Okay. That was crazy. And then she went to the table talking about, he hung up on me again.
And she had tears in her eyes. And she said, I hate when he does that. Okay, well, block your number and move on with your life. And then you don't have to worry about him doing that. That GED genius.
Girl. And then she was worried about his insecurities. Now, I didn't appreciate her lying. Once again, we're at another one that's lying. You know, you okay. Let me calm myself. Why do they feel like they have to lie? Why did Haley feel like she had to lie? And I guess we see why, because he's control. He went nuts. That man went nuts. And then said he couldn't trust her. He the one in jail.
Right.
But she shouldn't have lied. And she shouldn't even feel like, I guess I'm having trouble with her feeling like she has to lie. I'm having trouble with her being controlled by him. Her state of mind, her mentality is not healthy. I don't feel like it's a healthy one. And I cannot imagine when he gets out how that, if he's that way.
Just as bad.
Yeah.
He's going to treat her just as bad, but it'll most likely become physical. Yeah. And the thing is that even though from the bottom of my heart, I believe this girl deserves better, her son deserves better.
Yes,
her son deserves better. And if she ever sat down and stopped doodling and, frying up Chuck roast, if she ever just took a moment to sit down and start thinking about this, you have given 1/3 of your settlement from your almost fatal car accident you were in. Every time that you are around your son, around your mom, around your friends, this dude is blowing your phone up. How many calls does he get? You have got to sit down, just get in your closet, okay? Get your prayer cloth and say a prayer. You need to get out of it, snap out of it, girl. You have to focus on this little boy. Hendrix deserves better. Yes, he does. And you know what? I think we don't have to worry about him because his dad is going, I don't think his dad is going to play at all. I think the grandmother is the one who's going to save that little boy. I appreciate that the grandmother has her mind, her mind is right. Mm-hmm. And she's spending time with that little boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The grandmother is in her right mind. And between the grandmother and that child's father, I think they got him. And the boy got some good sense. The boy was like, So yes, he got more sense than his mom. Yes, she better watch that. You see Hendrix, and I did see a post that she posted on Twitter, and it was a picture of her like hiding behind a pillow, and she said that's how she watches the show when it comes on Fridays. And I said, girl, I hope that you are getting a reality check for show. Get your mind right, girl. Anyway, Santiba and Towsy, what you got? Okay. I feel like Santiba bamboozled her mama. She bamboozled her mama. And I got a problem with that. I felt bad for that little old lady. And I felt bad for that little old lady. And I was like, let me just step in for you, lady. I just wanted to be in that moment and tell Santiba what the mama should have. That mama looked so shocked. She said, I just recently loaned her some money. She got a lot of nerve. Santiba got a lot of nerve. Sent him her mama's money. Santiba, Miss, I am 39, but given 59. Listen, ma'am. She says that she is still planning on going down to Florida to pick this dude up. And I said, ma'am, why? Why? He already told you not to come. And then when her mom shows up, first of all, let me just tell you that I absolutely love her mama's accent. It is something about a Maine, Rhode Island, New York, and Boston accent that really gets me going. You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's a man. I love that accent. Anyway, I was thinking her mama was such a sweet lady. And when her mom told her, she said, listen, have you given him any money? And girl, I said, you know what? If we had $5 for every time we have watched Love After Lockup, Love Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, every time somebody's mama or friend said, have you given him any money? We would be rich. I mean, she says, well, yeah, I've given him, a couple $1,000. When her mom says that she has been supporting her and giving her money, that pissed me off so badly because her mom says she has not paid me back, but she's giving this man money. So in essence, you're taking money from your mama and giving it to this prisoner. And I think that it's absolutely disgusting.
That mama needs to have her locked up and don't let her out. I would sit up here and be like, you know what? You got 30 days to give me back all my money. Otherwise, you're going to be clink, clink right next to him, okay?
That is so crazy. I was hoping that her mom was going to say something. I was truly hoping her mom was going to say, excuse me, run me my money. I'm giving you until Friday. When you go into Florida, because I'm going to need my money before you leave.
Okay. See, I said 30 days. You said it till Friday. But she was so nonchalant about it.
And then she said, well, I'm going to be moving to Georgia to be with him. And she says, well,
girl, no, you ain't.
You don't have any family in Georgia. And she says, all I need is him. And I said, well, girl, according to the interview I seen, you don't have him or Georgia. And all you really have is your dog and your mama. Pay your mama.
Oh, she does have a dog?
That was a dog and sitting next to her mama. So I don't know if it's her dog or her mama's dog. But
you know what? I wrote down in my notes, she needs a companion. She should get a dog.
There was a dog sitting next to her mama.
I think I was so mad. Okay.
Or her mama's dog. But I tell you what, if I was her mom, I would not give her one red dime. If you got enough money that you can support a prisoner, support yourself. You are 39, 59. Take care of yourself. I'm just saying. Girl. I am so rude. Anyway, moving on to Ty, Heidi, and BB. Girl, what you got?
Okay. So, we see her, they open up with her talking to her, but at work, but not working, which was at work, not working, but having a conversation with her boss as if he was her homegirl. That was weird to me. And then it made me think, okay, so are they going to end up getting together? Like, is this a spoof on us? Like, but I'm not sure about that. Whatever's going on there, I'm not sure about it. It's weird to me. I don't understand it. First of all, who goes into work on a day off?
I personally think that her boss is accepting all of this because he's getting to be on TV. So he's getting a little clout as well.
Okay.
And they're probably giving him a little check. And on top of that, they're showing his funeral home. So maybe he thinks that might be a little bit of advertisement.
Okay.
I don't know. But the main things that threw me off about this was she starts off by saying that she's talked to about 500 prisoners.
500.
And I said there's absolutely nothing appealing about that. And then on top of all that, she mentioned to us that she has given Hottie about $15,000. And I said, a single mom of 3, you don't see anything wrong with giving a prisoner $15,000. And then while she's in there, she gets some kind of call from Hottie and he wants her to log into his Facebook. And I said, well, wait a minute. That says a lot because of what happened later. When she said that he didn't give her the password. She already knew the password to his Facebook. And then he says that he had known this Brooklyn girl or Bronx or whatever her name is. He had known her for 12 years. And then they
Boston.
had sex for like 4 years, but he
4
was
years
just being
ago.
nice to her to get her stimulus check.
Stimulus check,
And I
6,000.
said, why doesn't that ring a bell in her ear? If he was being nice to her to get this girl stimulus check, look how nice he been to you for your $15,000. You know,
Okay.
and then later in the episode, we see her saying that this Brooklyn girl has, or Boston, yeah.
Get her name right.
Boston girl has posted her nudes that she got from his Facebook. And I said, first of all, what grown a woman is posting nudes to a dude's Facebook? And this girl got his password from Facebook the same way you got his password from Facebook. Dumb.
Okay, so in just that scene, Hottie got $21,000. Do they have golden noodles in jail? Are they made of gold? What is he buying in jail? Well, first of all, Lord Jesus, I don't want to know for real, but I can't imagine, you know, you need $21,000 for your commissary. Okay, that's crazy.
And he probably isn't even using all of it for his commissary. You know, they can take some of that money and send it to somebody else. That could be going to his real girl.
Which probably ain't neither one of them.
Yeah, she could have took that $15,000 and spent that on a therapist.
Yes. And you know what I was thinking? College for her kids.
She needs therapy for herself and her kids because her kids have had to deal with this craziness.
And then she's sitting up here now, and she was contradicting herself in a way when she sat up here and told her friend to come here, look at this. You know, and then she said, my kids be seeing my Instagram and this, that, and the other. But yet you're concerned 1 minute about your children, okay, which is a good thing. You need to be. But then you decide to fight on national television. So then you're not really concerned. You can't be concerned and then do that.
Now listen,
let us know how much of a fool you are talking about 500 inmates who's big and $15,000.
I don't condone violence. But if I was stupid enough to send some nudes to a dude in prison on his Facebook, when you know he's going to share your nudes with everybody on Facebook.
For some noodles.
You know, this girl has gotten a hold of them and she has put them on Instagram. I don't condone violence, but had I seen her, I would have had to whoop her ass because that is absolutely disgusting. You know, at the least, I would have at least called the police. Maybe just one smack and then called the cops. You know what I mean? Like, this girl posted me all over the Instagram. Like, there has to be some kind of repercussions for this. That's disgusting.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's messed up. That is messed up.
I mean, these are grown people. And when they talked on the phone, she wasn't even ashamed about it. She was like, yeah, I know. And that's another thing that makes me think that this is staged. Why was she not even caring? She's like, yeah, I did that. And what?
And I'll be there. I'll be there.
And then to show up. Girl,
as grown as they are,
expect you were going to be able to just show up and have no action? Because that's the lady at the salon, Hottie's cousin. She said, well, I hope that you guys can have a calm conversation. And I said, do you see this girl shaking? There is not going to be a calm conversation. The adrenaline is running. And like I said, I don't condone violence, but sometimes there's going to be some violence.
And then for the first thing out that cousin's mouth, when she said, do you know Boston? She said, I told her that I didn't want to be a part of this. I was like, okay, it's going down in the city. It's smoking the city or whatever, because that should not be your first response. I told her that I didn't want to be a part of this. Okay, well, what is this, girl? And why would you be a part of it? Why is these people in jail controlling so much stuff out here?
Because it's all a part of the show. Which leads us to Max and
Sarah.
No, I think this is all staged. I think a lot of this is all staged for the show. Everybody's getting a little check. Everybody's getting a little internet clout. Because if not, and this girl was blowing your phone off the hook like this, wouldn't you have blocked her by now? I don't think so. I'm not giving you any time. I'm not letting you in my life. You are blocked. But instead, she's just taking this girl's calls everywhere she goes. She's talking about her to all of her friends. To me, it seems to just be a part of the storyline. And I just don't buy it. The same way I don't buy Max and Tara. Max is a clown. And the same thing that I said last week and the week before, because Tara is not fooling with him and didn't want to be his girlfriend and is not a part of the show really, what is the next best thing for him to do? To find another inmate, somebody who will be a part of it. So his whole storyline to me is fake and phony, and they can remove him from the show. What did you think?
Him and them black socks pulled all the way up.
He looked crazy with those socks. I'm sorry, those socks are boots.
I had to stop myself because I was like, wait a minute, am I just still upset with him? Is that why I'm looking at his clothes and I'm all upset with his clothes? I couldn't get past his clothes. Max is crazy beyond crazy because he don't even know what this woman's charge is and said he didn't care. And then he said, as long as she's innocent. But no, he was right. He just don't care. He just don't care. And that's crazy to me. You're seeking out inmates and not caring what they went in for, which actually, I'm like, are you for real? You're not for real.
I don't think it is because she hasn't even gone to trial yet. So her attorneys are not going to allow her to say much. He can't say her name. He can't show her picture. There's absolutely nothing. So it's definitely either going to be another inmate that he's going to sucker into being a part of this. When Max comes on my screen, I'm just ignoring him because this storyline is fake and phony, and I'm tired of seeing him and his friends. Okay. Unless his friends are about to start dating an inmate, what do we need to talk to them for? I also heard somewhere that Haley's Dalton, recently went up for parole or probation and was denied, and he's not eligible again until 25. So why are they on here? I'm just saying anyway.
Why should let him punk her and control her? And Haley ain't got no shame in the game talking about I'm promiscuous. I mean, she didn't do all of this, but she might as well have. I'm like, and she said,
"You're not too promiscuous when you can't leave your house, and nobody can come over because he calling all day." I don't know. Anyway, you guys, please, sages and peeps, get down in the comments. Let us know what you think, how you feel about this episode, and what you think is going to happen next week. And as we always say, until next time, bye.
Bye.